Hey, welcome to the Firearm Clipper. We're up in the wheelhouse. Going to take a look at the dash first. Take a look at our controls up here. All right, our port, center, starboard engines. All right, and obviously here are your throttles. All right, down below, you're going to wind up with your emergency controls. In order to activate those emergency controls, we just simply flip this, switch up, and here are your throttles, and forward, neutral, and reverse. Okay, that's for both port and starboard. To the right is your center engine. The reason being is you can actually toggle through these easier than get to the center. Searchlight's right here in the middle, compass light, wiper. All right, across the top here. You want to turn on the boat here, press and close. Okay, and in order to activate all-in-one controls, what we're going to do is going to activate the engine here, and then all-in-one controls with your sync, and this way everything runs off of just your port engine, so it's all in one. So 1800 RPMs across all three. All right, over to the starboard side. All right, these are your forward, neutral, and reverse. All right, up top up here, what we have is your emergency stops. Essentially shutting off the air to the engines. All right, and then down below, we'll take a look at our fire and bilge systems. But this is your control panel here, your circuit breaker board, and down here you'll notice we have a bilge starboard, a port bilge, and then a fire, which is up on the center engine. Okay, and that is the wheelhouse. Pause.
Go ahead.
Okay, we're down below in the Firearm Clipper, and what we're going to show you is this is the only metal boat where we do not have fire stations on the top deck and the main deck. So the fire station is down here underneath the stairs, and this is our forward fire station. All right, and then when you come on over here, we would mind to show you where the lever is. Okay, we would mind coming all the way over. And what we're going to show you here is, as you can see, it's not in lines, it's 90 degrees, so therefore it is off. All right, if we want to put it in line, now obviously we're going to get some water flow. Again, never do that while the hose is inside the container. Essentially, we'll never get that out. Okay, so it's in there. Okay, there's also another fire station in the stern. All right, and once again, right below your staircase. Same setup, everything's in here, okay, and essentially we want to take this hose out before we ever turn that lever. Upstairs in the wheelhouse, I showed you how to turn on those fire stations. Just hit that fire pump, runs off the center engine. The underneath this staircase as well is the CO2 poles. They're in this container down here, and what we do is we turn that knob a little tight. All right, and in there we break the glass, and then we pull that fire, that CO2 pole, and that's basically going to fill the engine rooms down below with a foam-like substance that's going to put out the fire and essentially destroy everything inside of that compartment. So you got to be really careful with those. Okay, turn that back. Finally, if we needed to shut down the engines, the fuel shelves marked right here. It's in this hatch, and when we come down here, basically what's happening here is we have the starboard fuel shut up right here, and then underneath there is a center and a port pull, because each of the fuel tanks are located directly below and right in front of each of the engines. So we have the starboard here, our center right where the cameraman is, Rick, and the port side right behind. So we use poles in order to do that, and they'll shut up the boat. Okay, hit pause.
Forward.
Okay, now we're down below deck, and what we're taking a look at is our system downstairs, where essentially we have our battery controls. All right, so right here is our D-deck system. That's on because they're using the boat. Our crossover, which we're not going to turn on, we're going to leave that in the off position. Port engine, center engine, and starboard engine. All right, and those should be on because the boat is available for departure in a little bit. And then there's a starboard crossover as well, so we'll leave that one off. Now, down below those are your manifolds. All right, and so what we have here, all right, is essentially are numbered from the muffler compartment through the LAS, the muffler engine room right here. That is in line, so it means it's open. The others are closed, so therefore if we go ahead and throw that switch up in the wheelhouse with that breaker, the only one that's really going to pump out is the engine room, which is directly behind me. Okay, so that is in line. Up on the starboard side, I'm going to show you the overboard discharge. Alright, that one is closed, so the water is going to come there and stop. It is not in line, so let's just go take a look at the port side. Alright, we go all the way over. And right there it is in line, so that is the overboard discharge. If I wanted to close that, go ahead and do that. But we're going to leave that open just in case, because obviously the engine room is the most important compartment. Alright, and right behind, before I was just showing you, this is the C section for that fire hose that we were showing you earlier. So essentially it brings the bay water up through the center engine pump and then out to the fire hose of our liking. Okay, so that is the fire island clipper in a nutshell. Thanks, have a great day.